The Red Sea Reefer 170 Floating Aquascape is almost 3 years old. It's time for change. Welcome to the latest video of the Red Sea Reefer 170 Floating Aquascape. That is about 3 months short of being 3 years old. And I would say it's in a bit of a transitional stage, a few things changing. I just thought I'd do an update to capture it more than anything else and also see what you think. So, corals are doing pretty well. I decided to put the war paint Scully in there. Not too sure if I like it or not in there. I don't think it's too big. So, leave in the comments what you think. The gold torch is doing pretty well. It got knocked off onto the sandbed. I had to re-put it back onto place. It's going to a slightly different position. So I had a head die off there. Lights are going down, so this is just beginning to close up. But all going well on that front. The only thing, it's shaded around this area. So I've got a couple corals in another tank that I'm going to put in there. So I need lower light corals. This has grown out pretty well. And what's interesting is how the flow of the tank really affects the growth of the corals. So got a MP10 there, just about see it in the shade just there. And that's blowing quite a bit onto the plating Monty. So that's actually growing up there, which is a little bit unusual, but I do like the plating nature. You can see that angle there. Really, really good. Got another Scully in there. I do like that one there. And then what you might notice here, I have stripped this area back and just put some additional pieces of rock there because I'm running out of space. And also moved the piece up to there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to probably put an SPS up to there, and that can grow up there, that area there. And you can just see it sticks out a little bit there. Kind of elephant in the room, there's a green Hystrix. That was on the top there, but it was beginning to grow over and kill things. So you can just see this lime green SPS there. It's got a bit of white there, a bit of die off, and that's because it was shaded. And you can just see to the right hand side it's died off, but the green there's pretty good. And then you've got the pink Hystrix at the back that's not so pink, so it's losing a little bit of colour, not too sure why. And there you've got, I mean, the zoas are going mad in there, and it's a sunny day there, and then you've got all sunny days around that area there. And in the middle there you've got the Christmas tree Favia. That seems to love life there, it's just spreading around. So that's kind of it. Ah yeah, got a Blasto there. So I decided to put that red Blasto right in the middle of the Monty, because I just thought it would pop a little bit more. It's looking a bit dark red at the moment. So clearly I think the nutrients are a little bit high in the tank at the moment. So a couple of things have lost coloration. So the nitrates are about 30 and the phos is 0.14, which is probably a little bit too high. So what I've done, if you take a quick look in the sun now, I'm just in the middle of changing things around. So there I've put a Reef Mat 250, so fairly new, early days yet. It was putting out quite a bit of crud. But what I've seen recently, I did a water change, and for whatever reason, the roll is now moving less each day. So I think what it's down to is the flow rate. So if I just take this off, you might be able to see down there. So there's hardly any water movement. And there should be quite a lot of water movement. Because if I look at the clarity in the other tank, it's bubbling away. And it's not bubbling away in there. So I think there's a bit of a problem with the flow in this tank. And it's probably not a surprise. You can see the pipe work at the back comes down, and then you can see it comes along there, and then it moves along there and then into there. And I think it loses quite a lot of the flow. There's too much flow lost there. So I'm gonna have to change the pump. Now I can't remember what the pump is on there. I mean, I first bought this tank about 7 years ago, and I can't remember the pump. You see it there. I can't remember the name of it, but it's not controllable. Really reliable pump. As I say, it's been going for 7 years, although this tank's only been going for nearly 3. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to swap it over. I'm going to put the Vectra Dress 2 into this tank, get some more flow going. I can dial it in, and then hopefully I can get the nutrients down. So the whole point of getting the reef mat is to take the nutrients out, which reduces the need for me to do so many water changes, and that will help life a lot more. There's a pipefish there. I can't believe that pipefish is probably about 2 years old, doing really well. Never kept pipefish before. Lovely fish, nice community fish. And there's the pygmy hawkfish, again great for either a nano or something like a 170. And there's my first ever fish. I've mentioned this before, the female clownfish. She is probably over 9 years old. I've had her for 9 years, although she was juvenile, very small. The female died. Hang on a minute, there's the old peppermint shrimp. Keeps the, I haven't got any aptasia in this tank, but certainly keeps any aptasia that might come in as I swap corals around at bay. Still got some bubble algae though, so that's a bit of a pain, but sorting it out at the moment. And there's the male, not the original male, but he is probably about 6 years old, I think, roughly. But overall, pretty happy with the tank. If you've got any ideas around what I could put in this area here, I'd love to maybe put a table in acro in there, but I don't know if that's a waste of space. There's quite a bit of real estate there. And that's the whole point of freeing it up. Definitely going to put a stick at the top there. Something contrast, maybe an orange, something bright that contrasts with the green and the blue. The candy cane's still going well. So pretty happy with them. So overall, as I say, the tank's in a transition stage. We're moving some corals around. I've got to get some more corals from there. And this dark space here, need to solve for that. And something that's not going to get demolished by the torch. Because I do have a habit of stinging stuff. Although both the zoas, the Christmas tree and the scully, have escaped their clutches. So overall, pretty happy with how this tank is going. Still dosing the Alpha Reef via the Apex, so that's it there. About 7-8 mil I'm doing per day. I'm having to top it up with magnesium every so often, and the reason being is that torches seem to love magnesium and also manganese. There's the manganese there. Dosing about 4 mil per week on that. But I think because it's such a big torch in a small tank, I think it's consuming magnesium more than the other elements. So I'm having to dose. I only dose it about once a week, extra 5 or 6 mil. And there's no, the corals are not that sensitive in this this tank that I can, I have to dose extra on a daily basis. I can just do one dose a week, and that seems to do the trick. Keeps it about 1400. Would like to get up to 1450, the magnesium. The alkalinity is 8.4 and calcium is 450. So I think the magnesium is a little bit lower than I'd like it to be to, as I say, 1450. So the next video I'm going to do on this is when it's 3 years old, and hopefully I'll have some more corals to put in there, and also at last get some corals around this area. It's looking a bit bare because of the torch, but I do need some corals that will be bright in the shade. So again, any ideas on those kind of corals, then let me know. But overall, really pleased with this tank. If you like this video, then please press the like button and maybe subscribe to the channel. But for now, thanks for watching.